Hello, everybody. Welcome back to an exciting episode of Fandom Fights. We got Dylan Vanthuyne going up against Dean Manness. I'm excited about this. I think both underrated players. Dylan obviously having an incredible season over in Melee. Dean, we just talked about it yesterday. Dean, one of the more underrated rookies to come out, a 1-2 record, but I think that doesn't really show because he's been playing fantastic. He's just had some really close matches, good teams matches as well. And like I said, Dylan's a mainstay. He's just good at trivia. He's one of those people that just can come in and be good at trivia. And his promo, he's going to be like, oh, I'm just here to, and then he's going to answer a bunch of questions correctly. Nick, did I cover it?
Yeah. Tim, let me tell you a few people who started off not winning their first match or a couple of matches. Brittany Tapley, Dean Manness. I think Dylan won his first one.
I was going to say, I don't think Dylan counts.
Match time. Promo.
All right, let's get into it. Albert, maybe, I don't know. Cody, Tim, I lost. Anyway, let's get into it. Starting with the promos.
Hey, Javi.
Hey, Dean.
Pumped to be here. I'm really excited to be here. I was like a question away from going 0-3, and I don't think you get another match if you go 0-3. So I'm just happy I get to play. I just want to step in there and answer some questions. I like Dylan a lot, so I know I'm supposed to put him down right now and be like, he's going down. I'm going to squash him. But I like him, so this should be fun.
This should be fun. I have high hopes for you. I think we're going to do good. I think both of your losses were really close, and you won your third match. I think we have an opportunity to get you to 500 in this match, and I think we can do it. Nothing against Dylan. I think Dylan's actually a sneaky good competitor at this. I said this last time I managed against him. But I think we can do this. I think this is going to be fun. I don't know. I'm excited. Light the fuse.
All right. Let's do a typical manager with their Melee player coming to Fandom, like, oh, you're the champion, you're going to defend. Oh, wait, this is Fandom? Fuck, this sucks. Blah, blah, blah. Listen, you are a champion in Melee as of recording this, so if you lose, you're still a champion. So that's a positive.
That's true. To quote Tim's impression of me, oh, I'm just here. Blah, blah, blah. Let's play.
It's like looking in a mirror.
I don't know how you spell it, Tim, but I want that on a t-shirt. I'm just here.
Let's make it happen. Call Nazario. All right, let's get into it. Starting with round number 1. Nick, how's it going to work?
Round number 1 is going to work like this. There's going to be 10 questions in the realm of Fandom Fights. Each player is going to have 10 seconds or 15 seconds to write down. Oh, we shortened it to 10. No, it's 15. 15 seconds to write down their answer on the whiteboard. At the end of 15 seconds, we'll say pens down, at which point the players will reveal their answer and say it aloud. Each correct answer is worth 1 point apiece, and should the individual player get all 10 questions correct in round number 1, they would receive a bonus question. Each player will have 3 repeats, 1 challenge for the entirety of the match. Players, any questions to begin round number 1?
No.
All right, then. Your first category will come in. Your first question will come in the category of the MCU. How does Thanos kill Gamora in Avengers: Infinity War?
General answer. I said something to you the other day, and you didn't react, and I was a little upset. I said, "Can Doozville baby doll" to you.
I chuckled to myself on the other side of the screen. If that helps.
Didn't give me the laugh emoji, so I was a little upset.
I'm not a big emoji guy.
That's fair. 5. 4. You save them for big moments.
There's also not much lines after that.
Down. Let's go to Dean.
Throws her from a high place.
And Dylan.
Said throws her off of a cliff.
Yeah, we can take both of those. So 1-1. Your next question is in the category of sci-fi icons. Who plays Sarah Connor in The Terminator? What? Oh, you didn't have the. There's a the. Yeah. I didn't even notice. I just said it instinctually.
I noticed.
Contextually. But. 1 Ben's down. Let's go to Dylan.
Linda Hamilton.
And Dean.
Linda Hamilton.
That is correct. It is 2-2. What's next, Nick?
Your next question comes in the category of Star Wars. Which Star Wars film was the first to feature the planet Mustafar?
Cody loves planets in Star Wars. He's a big fan. Remember that time we were asked about Commander Cody, and we both turned our board, and Cody thought we were making a joke? 5.
Correct.
4, 3. I love that moment still too. 1 pens down. He thought we were fucking with him. Like, I'm not missing a point for that, Cody. Let's go to Dean.
Revenge of the Sith.
And Dylan.
Oh, well, I'm way off. I said Empire Strikes Back.
Revenge of the Sith is correct. So 3-2 in favor of Dean. The next question is in the category of the Wizarding World. What type of creature is the character Firenze in Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone? Or Philosopher's Stone if you're a jag.
A what?
A jag.
That sounds wrong.
It's a mean thing to say, but all of those fucking people not in America trying to get me to say Philosopher's Stone, like Dylan.
I've never heard that word before, but I don't like it, and I feel like
jag. 1 pens down like a. You've never really? Okay, wow. I guess that's a Midwest thing. Let's go to Dylan.
Centaur.
And Dean.
Didn't have it.
Centaur is correct. So Dylan ties it up. It is 3-3. What's next?
Your next question comes to the category of Star Trek. Which member of Picard's crew does the Borg Queen kidnap in Star Trek First Contact?
All right, so instead of jag, then how about butt munch?
This is sounding very not friendly to the xenomorphs.
To the people trying to get me to say philosophers, like Joe Fairley? Joe, I live in America. 5.
Tim, you're being xenomorphic.
3, 2, 1. Feds down. Let's go to Dean.
Jordy.
And Dylan.
It's a Data.
Data is correct. So Dylan takes a 1-point lead, 4-3. Your next question is in the category of Disney animation. Olaf is excited for what season in Frozen? Did you ever see this movie?
I did, and I had a high school math teacher at the time who was way too into it.
Yeah, that's fair.
He was a big Disney adult, and he just talked about this every class.
Pens down. Well, that makes sense. Let's go to Dylan.
Summer.
And Dean.
I also have Summer.
In summer? Yeah, that's correct. 5-4. What's next?
The next question comes in the category of Fandom quotes. Which DreamWorks film features the quote, "You know, not everybody like onions. Cake. Everybody loves cake. Cakes have layers."
You like cake?
No. I like cupcakes.
I like mini cupcakes when I can just pop them one bite.
I agree. I like those more than cupcakes.
Honestly, I like cake more, or I like the cake part of it more than the frosting. So cupcakes tend to have a better frosting ratio, I think.
Well, you're odd.
3. 2. It's too thick. 1 pens down. It gets too rich. Let's go to Dean.
Shrek.
And Dylan.
Shrek.
Yeah, onions have layers. So 6-5. Your next question comes in the category of Middle Earth. In the desolation of Smog, whose house do the dwarves take refuge in before trying to rob the armory in Lake Town? Would you visit a lake town?
Don't you? You were in one, weren't you? There was a lake behind you.
Yeah, there's a lake near me.
There was one behind you, like right there.
Right now?
No, there was.
Oh, there's a repeat.
All right, that's going to be the first repeat for Dylan. Question again. In the desolation of Smog, whose house do the dwarves take refuge in before trying to rob the armory in Lake Town? What are you trying to get at, Nick?
In your other place, there was a lake behind your house. I saw it. I was there.
River. There was a river.
Pond.
No, don't fucking start with me. It was a river. None of this lake versus pond bullshit.
I went back and looked at it the next time I watched that movie, and it's actually a dried up river.
5, 4. See, there we go.
Like
3,
a small part
2,
of a dried up river.
1. Pens down. So everyone was fucking wrong.
Correct.
Let's go.
Inside joke. If you guys
Sorry. Let's go to Dylan
Bard.
and Dean.
Bard.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so it's 7-6. What's next, Nick?
Your penultimate question will come in the category of DC. Who plays V in V for Vendetta?
That is so fucking funny. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
it's a wintry forest.
So it's all dry. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I don't even remember. Was the whole thing that like I said pond and he said lake, and I was trying to like say that it was too small to be a lake? Wasn't that the whole thing?
Yeah, and I looked up the definition of lake, and it was like they're used interchangeably. There's really no difference. And I was like, see, guys,
And I
there's
was
no
mad.
We got angry.
I got very angry too.
And I found out it was a river.
Pens down. I would have lost anyway. Let's go to Dean
Hugo Weaving.
and Dylan.
Hugo Weaving.
That is correct. So it is 8-7 as we get into your final question in the category of horror icons. What is the first name of Nancy's friend who gets sucked into his bed by Freddy in the original A Nightmare on Elm Street? This is a good movie.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Yeah.
Saw it at a very formative age.
And that age was?
I was probably like 11 when I saw this. 5.
And what's it rated?
It's rated R. 1, pens down. Let's go to Dylan
Is it Glenn?
and Dean.
Got Greg.
Ooh, Glenn is correct. So at the end of round number 1, I have Dylan in the lead at 9-7. Is that what you have, Nick?
That's what I have, Tim.
All right. How's round number 2 going to work?
Round number 2 is going to work like this. It is the wheel round. We have a wheel with 8 Fandom categories on it, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. Each player will get a spin at the wheel. If they like what they spin the first time, they keep it. If not, they can choose to spin again, but they will be forced to keep it what they spin the second time. You'll get 5 questions in the chosen category, each worth 2 points apiece, unless you like check down a multiple choice, in which case it'll only be worth 1, and be on the lookout as stealing is available in round number 2. Tim, what's on the wheel today?
On the wheel today is Sci-Fi Icons, DC, Planet of the Apes, Scores and Soundtracks, Star Wars, Disney Animation, YA, and Pixar. So, Dylan, you're in the lead. Would you like to spin first or defer to Dean?
Damn, Dylan, 9.0. Sorry, my expectations are blown.
I understand.
You want to go second, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, we'll go second.
All right, we'll bring in Javi for Dean's spin, which this spin is brought to you by Voodoo. Tim spends way too much money on there. Your first spin is away, Dean.
You want to spin first, Dean? Great.
And it lands on opponent's choice. So we will bring him back in, Mr. Newberry. Would you like the categories again, gentlemen?
Yes. please.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not going to read them to you.
I appreciate it.
So he put YA and Star Wars on the wheel.
Okay, then why don't we just do scores and soundtracks? Because I don't think you personally want, or do you want that?
I'd rather not have it. It's too
Yeah, let's
broad.
let's just eliminate that category altogether. If he does well, he does well, but it's a category we don't have to worry about. So scores and soundtracks, please.
Okay. Scores and soundtracks. Nick, will you please read Dean his questions in scores and soundtracks?
Great. Dean, are you prepared for your questions in the category of scores and soundtracks?
Yep.
All right, your first question. Which Worlds of DC film was composed by John Murphy?
I will go multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are: is it A, Black Adam, B, Wonder Woman 1984, C, Shazam, or D, The Suicide Squad?
Wonder Woman 1984.
That is incorrect, Dylan. Chance for a 1-point steal. Your options again are A, Black Adam, B, Wonder Woman 1984, C, Shazam, or D, The Suicide Squad.
D.
D is correct for a 1-point steal. Dean, your second question. Who sings the title song for the film Tomorrow Never Dies?
Five, 4, 3.
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are: is it A, Tina Turner, B, Sheryl Crow, C, Pat Benatar, or D, Celine Dion?
Sheryl Crow.
That is correct for 1 point. All right, Dean, your third question. How many Thor films were composed by Brian Tyler?
Five.
2.
That is incorrect. Dylan, chance for the 2-point steal.
Is it 1?
That is correct for a 2-point steal. All right, Dean, your penultimate question. Who composed the score for The Sum of All Fears?
Multiple choice, please.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, James Horner, B, John Williams, C, Jerry Goldsmith, or D, Marco Beltrami.
I'm going to go with A.
A is incorrect. Dylan, chance for a 1-point steal. Your options again are A, James Horner, B, John Williams, C, Jerry Goldsmith, or D, Marco Beltrami.
Jerry Goldsmith.
That's correct for a 1-point steal. Right, and Dean, your final question. What song do Lee and Carter sing together during a stakeout in Rush Hour?
Five, 4.
I'm going to mess up the title. Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, War, What Is It Good For? B, Don't Stop Believin', C, Born in the USA, or D, Kung Fu Fighting.
I think I might have messed it up. A.
A is correct for 1 point.
I thought the same thing.
All right, Nick. So at the end of Dean's turn, I have his total up to 9, but with the steals, Dylan is at 13.
That is what I have, Tim.
Okay, so we'll bring back in Mr. Newberry and the wheel. This will be the spin for Dylan.
Please give me opponent's choice.
Why would you say that?
Lands on Planet of the Apes.
You want to take it?
It's one of my better categories. Yeah,
Okay, just take it.
It screwed me over last time, but maybe
Again, multiple choice your way. If you have to, you'll still have a lead at the end of this. So
yeah.
you have a 4-point lead. So
All right.
play smart. Bye.
Okay, Dylan, I will be giving you your questions in the category of Planet of the Apes. Are you ready, kids?
Yep. Aye, Captain.
Thank you, Dylan. All right, your first question. Which Planet of the Apes film features a cast including Natalie Trundy, Severn Darden, and John Huston?
It's Battle for the Planet of the Apes.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. In Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Caesar has what color in his eyes that tells Will the effects of ALZ 112 was passed to him from his mother?
Multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, blue, B, yellow, C, green, or D, orange.
Yellow.
That is incorrect. Dean, chance for a 1-point steal. Is it A, blue, B, yellow, C, green, or D, orange?
Green.
That is correct for a 1-point steal. All right, Dylan, your third question. Who promises to look after Pericles for Leo at the end of 2001's Planet of the Apes?
Multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, Ari, B, Attar, C, Dina, or D, Limbo.
Is it Ari?
That is correct for 1 point. All right, and your fourth question. What happened to Taylor that prevents him from talking for the majority of his time with the apes in 1968's Planet of the Apes?
Are you looking for a general answer?
Yeah, I would say so.
That one. Screw it. Multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, he gets strangled with a rope. B, he gets shot. C, he eats a poisonous berry. Or D, hits his jaw on a rock.
Is it B?
Sorry, what was it?
B as in boy.
That is correct for 1
Okay.
point. And your final question in Planet of the Apes. How specifically is the world destroyed at the end of Beneath the Planet of the Apes?
A atomic bomb explosion. An atomic bomb. Yeah.
We can accept that for 2 points. So at the end of Dylan's turn, he gets his total up to 19, but with the steal in there, Dean is at 10.
That's what I have, Tim.
All right. How's round number 3 going to work, Nick?
Round number 3 is going to work like this. It is the betting round. We have 5 more categories or questions in the realm of Fandom Fights. Once the players hear the category, they can bet anywhere between 0 and 2 points on the question. If they get the question correct, they'll gain those points. If they get the question incorrect, they will lose those points. We will play until someone is mathematically eliminated or we reach the end of the match. Players, any questions? So we get round number 3. Go, Tim.
All right. The first category you can bet points on is Star Trek. Let's get bets, starting with Dylan.
0.
And Dean.
2.
All right. Your question in the category of Star Trek. Who pilots the helicopter that transports the materials for the whale tank back to the ship in Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home?
Tim, you vamp. I just need to look something.
War.
What is good for?
Is it related to this question that you're doing, Will and Vamp?
No, it's related to a later question.
Got it. 4.
There we go.
3. Would you like my opinion? 2.
No.
1. Pens down. Great. Let's go to Dylan.
Sulu.
And Dean.
Got Spock.
And your winner, Dylan Vanthuyne. Sulu is the correct answer. Nick, hell of a performance from Dylan today.
Absolutely. Yeah. I feel so bad for Dean because Dean hits 7. He consistently has good round ones. He got dicked over today. I can't remember if opponent's choices happened to him in the past. I'm sure he will remember if it has or not. But yeah, he got screwed. He got very unlucky in the fact that Dylan was on fire today. So it's not that it was all luck, but because Dylan played very well to win. But yeah, a lot of bad luck Dean's way.
Yeah. Let's go into post-match interviews. Nick, take it away, starting with Dean.
Dean, if it's been said once, it's been said 100 times. Your record does not reflect your ability. You've played some very, very good people this year, or you've played some pretty okay people who have insane games the time you play them. This was one of those days where Dylan, who has shown proficiency in another league, showed that same proficiency here. He missed 2 questions, which is tantamount to like championship level stuff. And then you get screwed over by opponent's choice. Dean, we're definitely going to have you back. And if anything, starting off like this opens the possibilities to comeback player of the year, things like that. I definitely see all things of that nature in your future. How do you feel about the match today? Obviously it didn't go the way you wanted.
Yeah, I knew Dylan was going to be tough. I wasn't coming in here being like, he's not going to score any points. I knew he's going to score points. He knows a lot of stuff. I also don't like to complain about opponent's choice. I know the things that are on the wheel. That's not a problem. So I'm just happy that I've gotten this far. I started off the season in last one standing and hit 0 out of 5 in my round. So I'm just happy that I'm getting questions right now. I've done a lot of work this year to get up to that point. Scores and soundtracks is something that is at the bottom of the list for me to get to. I want to get to the movies before I get to the scores. So that was the thing me and Hobby talked about ahead of time. That's the thing that could have killed me. And that's the thing that did kill me. Just didn't want to jam all those names into my head. Did the best that I could. Those were not ones I knew. So yeah, it's just, Dylan played great today. Like I can't be too upset. I knew that category was going to be tough, and it was. So yeah, I just hope if when the next match comes that questions fall my way.
Absolutely. Javi, as someone who started out very well, but is now currently having a similar year, at least I would say, to the one Dean is having, what advice would you have for him in the future in terms of optimism?
Yeah, here's what I'll say. I think I was literally thinking about this. Dean and I this year have been having a very similar year in the sense that, where does this take place? I don't want to say anything.
Later, after most.
Later in Act 5?
Yeah.
Great.
After your last match that you just shot.
Great. Dean and I have each won 1 and lost 3. And that's not a great feeling. And I know it, Dean. But here's the thing. There's nowhere to go but up from here. There really isn't. And you're doing great in teams. Fandom was not something that you were super like you were planning on playing, but you weren't super trying on like 100%ing it. I think this is not a great start, but I think we're gonna get there, and I really have a lot of faith in you. I said it during the Q&A that aired yesterday, but by this point will have been many months after that. Your record is not indicative of how well you play. Opponent's choice is super rough, and essentially Dylan getting spinner's choice. That's not to say that Dylan, it was all luck. He played fantastic. We just need to touch on a few things, and I have a lot of faith in you. I just wish I could have helped in any other way. Literally, because when you get opponent's choice, we can't think, maybe spin again, maybe not, whatever.
Right.
Betting, we were at a deficit, so we had to bet too no matter what.
Yeah.
But yeah, great game to Dylan. Dean, you're going to be back. I know you are, and I have all the faith in the world in you.
Agreed. Dean, I look forward to seeing it. Even if this year didn't go your way, I'm excited for big things. Next year, as we bring in our winner today, one question. The fuck?
That's a very good question. Yeah, I don't know. I guess the question's just kind of worked out for me today. It feels good to actually, have a win that I actually feel proud of myself for, because a lot of my other wins were not really great showings. This one I feel like I had a pretty good one. It brings me no happiness whatsoever that it was against Dean, because he's legitimately one of the nicest guys in this community. I'm always rooting for the guy. I got a really nice message after I won the singles title in Melee from him. Really cool dude. I'm rooting for him in the future. But yeah, I feel good about the performance.
Cody, the fuck?
Yeah. I got invited to this beat and said, probably not going to win. And they read the score 9-7. And I was like, what the fuck? Okay, cool. We'll take 9. And then opponent's choice. And then that shit happened. I felt bad. But things are just coming up for us this year. Dylan's just having an incredible year all over the place. So that's nice to see. A win's always nice. I didn't expect, I was stressing and I shouldn't have, because win or lose, he does this for fun. So But he's doing really well in this match, so it was great. Just the Rogue Nation, just for the whole Rogue Nation. The whole thing is light the fuse. You got to throw the bomb. It seems to be going off in your faces. You got to put it somewhere different because I feel bad for you guys, but you're lighting the fuse in the wrong location because I feel bad for you guys, but it's not working out. So, other than that, Dean's a great guy. Javi's not a bad guy either, even though I hated him when he first started. Other than that, but like they're a great team, great group. They'll be fine. But poor Dean, he's a nice guy. I hate giving opponent's choice to somebody I like. When it's somebody I dislike in this league, it's real easy. This one felt bad, so
that's fair. Well, Dylan, you're back up to 500. You're back up to 3-3. So we'll see you next year. This was the last match for both of you, but we'll see you next year. I'm excited to see what you can do now that you're back at 500. And
thank you.
Listen to questions a match. Crazy shit. Tim, where are you? Oh, hello.
I'm here. I was responding to very important multiplex calls. Mr. President, I'm going to have to call you back. Okay. So, no, fantastic match. Again, yeah, I think everybody said it. I feel bad for Dean because opponent's choice does suck. Whenever it happened to me or happened to us, like I beat myself up. I get it. So, but at the same time, I don't think that takes anything away from how good Dylan played. Dylan played fantastic. He said that he felt good about himself for once. You should, Dylan, because you played really good. So, fantastic match. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you to Dylan and Dean and Javi and Cody. Thank you to Nick for writing. I've been Tim. We'll see you guys next time. Ciao for now.
And again, that's the hero gig. Part of the journey is the end. Goodbye, old friend.
Giddy has to go.